Hello, all. Welcome to Autobot YouTube channel. So today we are going to see how you can convert a background process to a foreground process, or how you can make a part of your background process to foreground, and how you can again convert that to background process once that foreground part is completed. Okay, so if you haven't watched the video of the background process automation in UiPath, please go through our UiPath playlist and please watch that video, because in that video I have shown you like how to create the background process in UiPath. We tried to upload two process to orchestrator, and we created the process and we triggered two background process at the same time, and we have seen like multiple background process can be executed using the same bot at the same time. Also, I have shown you like if you're going for multiple background process execution, you can execute one foreground process in the with the same robot simultaneously, right? So today what I'm going to show you is like we are going to convert a part of your background process to a foreground process, and we'll see what will happen if you're trying to execute two foreground process at the same time. Okay, so let's move on. For that, what I'm going to do is I already imported this package, that is UiPath UI automation.activities. Okay, so these are the activities like excel.activities, mail.activities, system.activities, and web API.activities. So these are the default dependency that will get added if you are creating a project with a background process template. Okay, and this UI automation activity, these are the activity that will come under the foreground process. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a foreground process. For that, I'm going to use application bar browser. Okay, so indicate application to automate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use rpachallenge.com. Okay, and here indicate application to automate. So just indicate this page, so it will automatically fetch the URL. Okay, rpachallenge.com. And what's the next step? I just need to type the values. Okay, so type into okay, so where I need to type, just click on this, just hover on top of this, you need to click here. Okay, confirm. And what is the value? Here it is phone number, right? So I'm going to print like 99999. Okay, so that's it. Let me add a delay also. Okay, let me add a delay to monitor what is happening in the automation. Okay, 0000. Let me add some 5 seconds. That's it. Okay, and if you want to add one more value, that also you can do. Let me add one more type into, and we can add one more value. Let me add it to first name. Okay, I'm going to give the value like a photo, and we can enter the last name also. Okay, just confirm it. And what is the value I'm going to give it like port. Okay, so that's it. Let me add a delay here also. Okay, so why I'm adding this delay means just to check like how this foreground process is going to execute. Okay, so if you're trying to execute two foreground process parallelly, we have to see right what is error that is going to happen. So for that only I'm adding this delay. Even if you're not going to add this delay, then also it will work fine. Okay, so this is just for monitoring purpose. I'm adding this delay. So that's it. Try to execute. Okay, try to execute the process. Okay, so UiPath web automation started debugging this browser. Okay, then what will happen? It has started entering the values. So there is a delay we have given. It has entered the first name, then it should enter the last name. Okay, that's it. Then it will go to the other background process like the Excel automation. Okay. Using Excel, and it will print out the first column value or details over here using right line activity. What happened? We got an error. Use Excel, error opening Excel. If Excel is installed, run the repair tool for on the home screen. Okay, so I think there is some error happened. So repair tool for Microsoft Office. Let it repair if there is any error within the Excel. Okay, generate repair plan, run repair actions. Change your delete values and compose command to stop. Press star issue you want to continue. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, so we have learned one more point, like if there is any issue which is happening while you're doing your Excel automation, and if it's searching to do a repairing, what you have to do is go to the home page, go to tools, then you have to click on this repair tool for Microsoft Office. Okay, so tool which attempts to repair the Office installation and enable its interoperability features. Okay, so it will take some time for doing the repairing of your Microsoft Office. Please wait for it. So once the repairing got completed, you will be getting a pop-up like this. Okay, so done repairing. We have finished repairing your Office programs and features. You can now close this window and use your programs. Okay, I'm going to click on close. Just try to re-execute the script. Run file. Okay, so our bot has executed. It entered the phone number. Then it will enter the first name, then the last name, and it should open our Excel. Yes, it has opened the Excel. Okay, and it has printed all the values from the first column as per the process that we have created. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so in the last video of background process, we created this project. Okay, so in that we have two workflows. One is main.xaml and the process2.xaml. And what we have done, we created both these workflows as the entry point, right? We clicked on this workflow and we set it as a entry point. Okay, so both are an entry point. So what I'm going to do is just click on publish. Okay, just click on publish, so your entire project will get published. And next process speed. Okay, publish. Okay, so it has published successfully. Go to your orchestrator, just refresh it again. Okay, so here you can see new version got came. So just click on this, click on update. Okay, then what I'm going to do is just start this job. Okay, so this is a new job that got added to your orchestrator. Not the new job. This is one job which I have already created, process which I have already created, and I just updated the version of the package, and we are going to execute that new package. Click on start, go to assistant. Okay, here you can see a new process got added, background process demo, and here this symbol symbols whether the process is a background process or not. Okay, so if you are seeing something like this square box, it means your process is running in a background way, or in a it's a background process. Okay, so that's why this square box are there. So it has started the job started processing. Okay, we can see our Excel got opened, and it is doing some manipulation. Let me close this page. Okay, so here what has happened? Your entire process has run like a background process. Okay, so let me re-execute it again. Okay, so here what will happen? It will open the browser for that RPA challenge. Okay, it will enter all the details, and it will do the Excel activity. And here you can see the square box is there. It means this is a background process. Okay, this is not a foreground process. Also, we know that like with one board, we cannot execute two foreground processes at a time. Okay, that means the UI automation activities we cannot do using the same robot for the two different processes. Okay, so that also we can try it out now. Okay, so this process is a background process, but it involves the UI activity, right? It is opening up the browser and it is entering the type into activity. It means it needs some user interaction. Okay, so that is not a background suggested activities, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to run these two processes. Okay, this is app demo is the process that we created for the calculator. So this also involves the UI. So I'm going to execute both these workflows or both this process at the same time. We'll see whether we are going to get some error or not. Okay, so both the jobs started processing. Here you can see this calculator is also running. So okay, so two jobs are executed simultaneously by the bots. Okay, because this entire process is running like a background process. That's why we didn't get any error. Let it complete. So this is a background process, and the one which we executed now is a foreground process. App demo is a foreground process. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this part as a foreground. Okay, for that what we can do, we can use the use foreground activity. So let me drag and drop this, and I'm going to select this, and I'm going to paste it inside use foreground. Okay, so all the browser activity or the browser process will come under use foreground. Okay, so inside this single background process we made few part of the process as the foreground process. Okay, so let me upload that. Click on publish. Okay, so it got completed. Go to orchestrator, just refresh it. Okay, here you can see the new version got updated. So just click on use latest, confirm. Okay, what I'm going to do is just start this job. Okay, start the job, and I'm going to assistant. Here you can see the new process got downloaded, and here if you have noticed the square box is not there. Okay, so it is doing the action on this browser, and we put it inside run for foreground, right? So that square box is not there. So this is a foreground process. So once it complete this browser process, you will again see that square box, because it will again go back to the background process. Okay, now you can see the square box. It means again that process got converted to a background process. Okay, so within the single process you made few part of your process as foreground and the remaining as a background process. Okay, so that's it. And once this execution got completed, we'll try to execute this background process and app demo again. Okay, so last time it got worked because this BG process run as a background process and app demo work as a foreground process. Okay, but with the same board we cannot execute two foreground process at the same time. Okay, and here for this BG process one, we have converted few part of the process as a foreground process, right? So let me try to execute it again. We should get an exception. Okay, I'm going to run both the process at the same time. Okay, so here you can see it is throwing some error. App demo is throwing the error. A foreground process is already running. Only one foreground process can run at a time. Okay, so this BG process involves foreground process. That's why we are getting this error. Okay, so now it got completed. So what I'm going to do is just to refresh it. Okay, so as this has moved to the background process, now your foreground process will work. Okay, so hope you are clear with the concept. You are not supposed to execute two foreground processes at the same time. Okay, so you can use the use foreground activity to make some part of your automation or your workflow to the foreground process. And once the activities inside the use foreground got executed, again the workflow will go back to the background process. Okay, so hope you are clear about the usage of this use foreground activity and how we can execute multiple background process along with a foreground process, and what will happen if you try to execute two foreground process at the same time. So hope you are clear about all these concepts. So just try to do this kind of practicals in your machine to get more clarity on this concept, like how to execute background process and how to use foreground to convert your background process to a foreground process. Okay, so that's it. That's all for today. So hope you are clear about the today's session, and hope you find it very much useful. If you find it useful, please like the video, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. So thanks for watching the video. Bye.